Alexia. I'm Stephanie.
Hi, nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you. I'm happy you were able to come in today.
Me too.
How are you feeling?
I could be better, but I feel good that I'm here. I'm a little nervous, but
Okay. Did you initiate this yourself? Are you here, because you want to be here? Or?
yes, yeah, I definitely know that I need someone to talk to. So
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad that you came here. Know that that's the first step is, recognizing that, you want some help with something. So that's good. Have you ever been counseled before?
I mean, never like this. I've been counseled just in high school. Um, if like I remember in high school, I had some girls that were bullying me a little bit, so I did go into counseling, but it was just with a typical like my guidance counselor, school counselor. But yeah, no, never like this.
Okay. Well, just to refresh your memory, just a few counseling protocols that I go over with all of my clients. All counselors do the same. Just to remind you of our confidentiality agreement. Whatever you tell me in a counseling session will always be between you and I. I will never share the information with anyone else. You might see me from time to time writing down some notes, but it's just for myself, just to jog my memory. It'll always just be initials and pretty much chicken scratch to anyone else.
Okay.
I keep them in a locked file cabinet in my office, so no one will ever get a hold of them. There are just 3 times or areas that I may need to share the information, and it's only if it falls under these 3 categories. If I ever feel that you are in any danger, someone is hurting you, um, it might be physically or even emotionally, some sort of verbal abuse, I do need to share that information because I'm just under mandate to do so. If I ever feel that you're a harm to yourself physically or you are going to harm someone else, I will also need to report that information. And then lastly, if I am ever subpoenaed to court, I will need to also, it's under the court's law that I have to share that information. So just know that ahead of time going in. If you do bring something up that falls under those 3 categories, I will never do anything behind your back. I will, absolutely tell you on the spot that I do need to report this, and you will be kept, informed all along the way of what's going on. So you'll never be blindsided by it, and I'll keep you updated with the process. Do you have any questions?
No, that seems pretty straightforward.
Okay. All right. So then let's just start. What brings you in today? What's going on? You seem
Well, I just found out I'm pregnant.
okay. Well, congratulations.
Thanks. You're the first person that said that.
Okay.
I haven't told anybody yet.
Okay.
So that was the first time I said it. I'm scared, definitely scared, but I don't know, I mean, I'm a graduate student right now. I'm a year into the program. I've been in a relationship with him for 4 years, and I haven't told him yet. He's between jobs. He doesn't really know what he's doing right now with his life, and I feel like this might just be a road bump in that, and this wasn't part of the plan at all. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just struggling paying for school myself and being on my own, and I don't know, like I can't talk to him. I don't think I can talk to my parents. I know I can't talk to my parents. They're really religious, and they're very Catholic and not married yet. Like they just wouldn't support this at all, and I don't know, I need to make a decision. I don't know what to do, and I haven't been able to talk to anybody, and I feel like if I do have this baby, how am I gonna work? How am I gonna afford it? I don't know. I guess I have all these thoughts in my head, and I just haven't said anything out loud yet, and I just really need to I don't know, I need help in figuring out what to do or just how to handle talking to anybody.
Okay. So just so that I can recap, just to make sure I'm following. So you are pregnant. I'm the first person that you told. You are in grad school, you said, a year in. You've been dating your boyfriend for 4 years. You're just starting out on your own, living on your own. You're paying for grad school on your own. So it doesn't sound like the pregnancy was part of the plan. Okay. And so you are afraid to tell anyone, it sounds like. You mentioned that your parents are very religious and they believe. Are they believers of marriage before baby.
Yeah.
Okay. And you are afraid to tell them.
Yeah.
Okay. And you are also afraid of, if you had this baby, you're worried that it would put, your life on hold for a little bit in terms of getting established in your
Yeah.
career. Do you feel like you can tell your boyfriend at this point?
I mean, I I don't know. I could. I think I could. I think I was having trouble accepting it too, so it's scary. I feel like telling him it's gonna make it real.
Okay.
So
You also mentioned too that you are not sure. It doesn't sound like you're sure of whether or not you want to keep the baby.
yeah.
Okay.
And that's another reason why I don't think I can talk to my parents because they're against abortion and I feel like if I did talk to them they wouldn't honestly be telling me what's best for me and everyone they can have their beliefs but I really feel like I will lose their support or they'll get mad at me or I know that this is just something that I don't know because even once my sister had a scare and just my mom's reaction and after they found out that she wasn't like my mom was like oh thank god she wasn't who knows what would have happened and just hearing that that's all I can hear now when I think of talking to my parents is like oh my but this is real like well, how is she gonna react
So it sounds like you're feeling a little trapped and anxious about what to do.
very
And it feels like, or it sounds like, excuse me, that you feel like you're going to be, looked down upon or not supported in this situation.
absolutely
You mentioned that it it happened with your sister, or there was a scare.
there was a
The
scare
scare.
with my sister yeah
And that your mom's voice is kind of resonating inside of you.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, let's go back to your boyfriend again. Um, I mean, how? Actually, let's back up a second before we even talk about him. Let's talk about you one more time. What is your goals for coming here? What are you hoping that I can help you with?
Really just calming down a little bit and thinking things through and no matter what I end up I guess just getting the courage to talk to my family and to my boyfriend and just being able to handle that and just being I don't know just being able to talk to them finally be able to sit down and talk to them and say pregnant I need help what do I do and just having their support
Okay, so it sounds like the goal is for us, to work together to help you be able to sit down with your parents and tell them exactly what's going on. Tell them that you're pregnant. And it sounds like, and just correct me if I'm wrong, do you want them to be a part of the decision of what you do? Or is that something that you want to try to sort through?
I do. I want to be able to sort through a little bit of it here with you, but I do want to be able to talk to them and have them involved in it because we are a really close family and it's something that I always pictured if I were to get pregnant that it would be like a blessing and that they'd be with me and I'd be able to sit and talk to them and just have their support and just know that whatever I do, they're just looking out for me. So
Okay. Okay. And is this a sit down that you were hoping to also do with your boyfriend? You'd like him to sit down with you?
I would.
Okay.
But he's between jobs right now and I don't want to add any stress to his life. He has two big interviews coming up and I don't want his decision, like my pregnancy or our pregnancy to impact what he's going to what which job he's going to pick or what he's going to end up doing.
Okay. How do you think he would react in this situation?
We've always talked about a future together, so he'd definitely be shocked, but he is one to listen, and I think I'm just more worried about him, it like affecting the decisions that he makes for himself, because we are still young. I'm 23, he's 25, but he's still making big career decisions, and I don't want it to hinder anything that he did have planned for himself.
Okay, so it also sounds like you might be feeling a little guilty in terms of like you feel like you're gonna ruin his plans.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll definitely, if he does end up not choosing this job that he will have to travel for because we're pregnant, I don't think I could live with that.
So it sounds like you are, afraid of stopping your life goals, and also that you're going to be affecting his.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, you also mentioned though that you do plan a life together. Um, would you feel comfortable maybe eventually telling him? Like, who do you feel like you need to tell first?
I would definitely want to tell him first,
Okay.
and then maybe have him with me to talk to my parents.
Okay. Well, I think that's definitely, these are all definitely things that I can help you with. I think, but correct me if I'm wrong. I think maybe we should start our next session kind of looking at first, weighing out the options that you are considering, and then you know talking to your boyfriend about it first, because I think having someone to support you when you go to talk to your parents is what I think you're looking for, right?
Yeah, I knowing just being able to talk to him and just knowing his feelings on it, and if he is supportive, which I feel like he will be. It's more just getting over telling him, but it would definitely be easier on me having him with me there when I talk with my parents.
Okay, so it sounds like you are a little anxious to tell him too, because you're uncertain about his reaction.
Yeah.
Okay. Has he ever, made comments about, if you were to ever get pregnant accidentally, that might, stem this nervousness?
Um, I mean, we've been together for 4 years, so there have been times where we were scared of it happening, but I just think now it's, I don't know, I guess we never just really took it seriously. Like I always ended up getting my period. Like it was never a real big issue, but I think now that we're older and it's, I don't know, it's like life, not that it wasn't life altering before, but just, it's just real now.
Mm-hmm. And what was his reactions during those scares? Was it a
He was supportive.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like, whether you are or aren't, I'll be with you. So he was supportive.
So do you think that's something we can use to kind of give you a little bit of courage to tell him?
Yeah, that is.
Okay. All right. Well, I think this is definitely something that I can definitely help you with, and I think, are we on agreement that maybe in our next session we'll start with weighing out the options and working out how you'll tell your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, do you have any other questions about anything before we end our session today?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming, and just know I'm here to help you.
Thank
And
you.
we'll set up our next session.
All right.
Thank you, Alexia.
No problem.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
day. Bye bye.